The Brandon Peters Show may contain explicit language and detailed plot points. For more information on the show, stay tuned to the end of the episode.
Happy 4K BLUsday, everyone. Brought to you by Why So Blue. And happy 4th of May to all you Trek fans out there. Special day. And why not bring back 4K BLUsday on this day? It's been a minute, yeah, a few weeks since maybe a month since I've done my last one, but it was a combination of things of, life, time. I didn't have a culminated stack of Blu-ray review copies, which you seem to like most. I was trying some different things to fill in the time, and judging by my views, not too popular. No offense, none taken. But I am ready to go today, so I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to share these with you. I missed your comments, your snarkiness. No giveaway to have you guys fight over, but hey, let's have fun again. First up isn't a Blu-ray or anything like that, but I wanted to point out what featured in one of my promos, but it was this book someone did ask me about what it was, Doctor Who the 80s. It's from 1996, and it's kind of like a catalog look back at it with lots of photos, just kind of chronicling the history of the time of Peter Davison, Colin Baker, and Sylvester McCoy. It does have a little kind of epilogue to Tom Baker's run, since, he was in the 80s too. He was the first Doctor in the 80s, not the first new one, but his end of his tenure came in 80-81. So this I picked up at Who North America, which is not far from where I live. It's the Doctor Who surplus for North America, like I guess the largest regional hub of Doctor Who merchandise in North America. But I go in there and they tend to have some vintage items that they sell. This thing I picked up for, I think it was like $10. And I looked on eBay and I'm like, I saved some money. But they have other old books. They have a lot of Target novelizations. They actually have a section where they do have the Target novelizations, and they're like three for $10 or anything in them, and they have unique little things, that trinkets and stuff that show up there once in a while. And I was like, oh yeah, I want this. So now I need to get the one that's the 70s, and I need to get the one that's the 60s, which I might have to do eBay for. But there's also all kinds of annuals, notable coffee table books and stuff from past years. So that's really cool. All right, first up, we're talking about Warner Archive a lot recently. A lot of my titles here for review are Warner Archive. But first we have Thundarr the Barbarian. This one might mistake as like some sort of He-Man knockoff, or coming in the wake of Conan the Barbarian with Arnold Schwarzenegger, the John Milius film. It's not. This came before them all. It was some sort of, it was more Star Wars inspired than anything else. They decided to bring back a barbarian creature, fantasy stuff, but Earthbound it with science fiction things. So it's post-apocalyptic. Yes, he's got the light up sword, which now you're like, oh, He-Man, but it's like, no, that was their answer to a lightsaber, actually. Not a bad little show. It's not Hanna-Barbera. The artwork and stuff may make you think of that, but it's actually some guys who ran a studio Hanna-Barbera used, and they decided to spin off their business model and stuff. The story of that's all on here. It's a pretty cool show. I gotta admit, I don't think you're gonna be like, oh, heavily engrossed in it, but if you know the context of the era of what kind of cartoons came out at this time, this is a really cool show. I was surprised. I grabbed it for review because I've been picking up, thinking it was Hanna-Barbera myself. It's not! I made the mistake. I learned watching this. So, pretty cool little show. Wouldn't mind seeing like cool little figurine collections and stuff coming out of it. Reboot it! Why not? Why reboot it? We don't need to reboot it. Alright, next I have a cult classic, very awesome movie, Quick Change with Bill Murray. He co-directed this one. It's got Gina Davis in it, and Jason Robards, and Randy Quaid. This is a cool heist movie, good comedy. The opening act is phenomenal. I don't think it surpasses that ever in the movie. It goes from cool heist to night of, or wild night type movie where just you're in a big city, darkest corners, crazy things happening. quick change. This is awesome. Just blind buy it. Pick it up. This movie has been, I guess, kind of forgotten or whatnot, or not well known. Came out in '89, but this one's awesome. Check it out. I'm certain you'll have a lot of fun with it. Next, I have, this one is Bong Joon-ho's Memories of Murder, coming from Criterion. This is one of his earliest films. If you like movies like a Seven, the type of like dark detective serial killer movies, this is one of those. This one's based off real life events and off a real case. So it's very cool. There is some controversy on the color timing and stuff. Bong and such, him and the cinematographer approved what was used in Criterion, but many are saying that it is not accurate, that they changed stuff about it. You know what, though? I hadn't seen it in a long time. I couldn't remember. It's crazy how sometimes people remember what these movies they saw like 20 years ago look like in the theater. But hey, I'll believe them. But it looked great to me, and I can't wait to keep watching it again, because this movie has a lot of good stuff going for it. High recommend Memories of Murder from the Criterion Collection. Next, I have, I'm so excited. I haven't popped this in yet, because, you know, it takes time. But The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Kino Lorber 4K Ultra HD, making good on a tease they did long ago when they said they weren't going to do it. But here we are. Basically upgrading the video stuff. I've heard they've tweaked the transfer a bit, which people get hung up on these. I think they look great, but hey, keep getting it better. Keep making fans happier. That's great. I didn't see this movie in theaters when it came out, obviously, but hey. Then they got their boring disc art. But very excited about this. I have heard they didn't apply HDR to this, but that might have come in handy with like black levels and stuff. But I'm sure it looks great. 4K. Hopefully for a few dollars more. Fistful of dollars are on the way. Good job, Kino Lorber. Keep it up. I've owned all their titles. Spaceballs. That one looked great. If you haven't seen that one. Next up, I also have another release from last week. It's the Best Buy Steelbook edition of Dirty Dancing 4K Ultra HD. Look, you can see a reflection here because it comes in this sleeve, and that's what it looks like. I'm a big Dirty Dancing fan. I think it's great. I think a lot of people might overestimate it or think they've kind of seen it or whatnot. And you look at it, it's got some really good political statements. It's a very progressive movie, especially for its time when you think it wouldn't be. It's got a lot to say. It's a really good movie. And of course, one of the best soundtracks of the 80s, right? Right, yes. And speaking of phenomenon movies, we have Speed 4K Ultra HD. My review just went up on Sunday on whysoblu.com. This movie's terrific. Of course, it's awesome. The video transfer is beautiful. The problem has been coming with the audio. Of course, this was a Fox title, 20th Century Studios. I'm sorry. And Disney's putting this out. The problem is, okay, so they didn't upgrade to Atmos. Boo. 5.1, but the trick is the mix is fine. Subwoofer could use a little more power to it, but just gotta crank it up. It's the default volume set way too low here. But otherwise, enjoyable experience. I even did a mess around where I simulated Atmos with it, and it sounded awesome, especially the elevator shaft and stuff. Like, folks, it's Speed. It's on 4K. We didn't think anything catalog was coming from Disney, or especially Fox. Here it is, where I guess we're going to expect Heat, and then Aliens, Alien 3, and Alien Resurrection soon. That's cool. Maybe Alien vs. Predator? NAVPR? I collect them, you know. But there you go. Speed. Keanu. Now, from Warner Brothers and the DC Animated Universe, there's Justice Society World War II. And this is a tale where the modern Flash in pre-Justice League days is helping Superman. And he ends up going too fast, going back in time, and seeing the formation of the Justice Society with a Jay Garrick Flash, and Wonder Woman, and Black Canary, and Hawkman, and it's, you know, pretty good. These are always fun to watch. This one feels a little informed by movies and TV shows, whereas normally these were kind of doing their own thing. They definitely recreate some of the No Man's Land sequence action stuff with Wonder Woman. There's a lot of Flash TV stuff, relation, kind of how they play things, but still good. Still a fun time. It's very much kind of a one-off. One of the cool things on here is it's got a preview of Batman The Long Halloween Part 1. Very excited about that one. It's a great comic book story. I know it's probably overblown now because it's been everybody's favorite comic book story, but that's how good The Long Halloween is. And you gotta definitely look at Josh Duhamel playing Harvey Dent, Jensen Ackles as Batman. It's gonna be fun. So definitely Justice Society, World War II. Also on there, the old Justice League TV show, the cartoon, has 2 episodes on here, and they're in HD. So that's probably coming after Superman, the animated series. So pretty exciting they keep going with that. Now back to Warner Archive. I've got a very, very highly anticipated title. Drunken Master 2, Jackie Chan. The big deal with this one is it's got the original cut on here from Japan. This came over to the United States. Movie's in 1989, but Jackie Chan took off in the States really in the mid-90s. It got re-released as The Legend of Drunken Master. Always chopped up, cut up, whatever. But it's here in its regular form now. And this comes with the Cantonese audio. It's got an English audio that will change the Cantonese if you want to watch it dubbed in English, and switch over where the scenes weren't there in the English version. So you can have that option. So this is one of his best. Of course, people have been begging for this. I still am hopeful one day Police Story 4 we'll see its proper cut, the Jackie Chan's first strike, as they call it here. Hopefully. Hopefully. Next, the Michael Curtiz catalog keeps getting upgraded. I have The Private Lives of Elizabeth and Essex. And this one, I don't think I've seen this movie before, but it's Michael Curtiz, so got it. It's one of his Errol Flynn adventures. Betty Davis is in here. It's got Vincent Price in it, too. How can you go wrong here? So this one, I haven't watched yet, but I did some screen capping of it for my soon review, and this transfer looks gorgeous. It looks absolutely marvelous. So beautiful colors, crisp, cinematic, like Technicolor looking image. Oh, folks, you're gonna love it. If you like Michael Curtiz, collect Michael Curtiz. Like, I kind of want his whole catalog. He's a very interesting filmmaker in the studio system and covering a wide range of stuff. Like, it was Workman back then. I was like, oh, what's my next script? Okay, I'll go over there, I'll shoot it. I'll go over there. The guy did Casablanca in this run, did Mildred Pierce, Robin Hood, like, so much good stuff. But Michael Curtiz seems to be getting one a month from Warner Archive right now. And there you go. Yeah, a lot of Warner Archive. Oh, they're going away. Who knows? Who knows? All I gotta say is they seem to be the product of a restoration process at Warner Brothers where they're like, we're going to go through this list, they restore, and then on the side, they'll put out a Blu-ray. So hopefully that can continue in some fashion. I don't want it to go because while they don't do a lot of extras over at Warner Archive, they do some of the best restoration work, and that matters to me first and foremost. Lastly, and this came on a Sunday. I never usually get them on Sundays, but I'm going to dedicate this unboxing dedication to my man, Yancey Burns, who is a huge fan of the 1970s King Kong with Jessica Lange, Charles Grodin, and Jeff Bridges. This one is going to be a cool release. Get the original art, of course, under it. And it's got bonus features galore. This one's never gotten this much love. It's got a TV cut that has like an hour of extra movie on it. Like, I'm excited about that. I've always been kind of medium on this movie. I respect a lot of things with it. Love the aesthetic. It's what a big blockbuster could look like before Star Wars. And I just, anything to give more King Kong history and stuff, that's great. It's been available in Australia before, never in the US, and is making a huge debut here. And they get a 2K scan of the TV footage, but it's going to be pretty cool. 3 hours. Eat your heart up, Peter Jackson, but no, Peter Jackson one's brilliant. Do you guys like them? What King Kong do you like? This one inspired the ride at Universal Studios. It's now the Mummy. I miss it, but that animatronic King Kong, it was this guy. This is the one that inspired it. What Kong do you like the best? What's been one of your favorites? I know we all loved, I love Skull Island. That was really cool. Kong vs. Godzilla Godzilla vs. Kong was cool. Do you like the Toho King Kong, the original, Son of Kong? Let me know. Or King Kong Lives, the sequel to this, which somebody, I don't care. Somebody's got to put it on Blu-ray, right? King Kong Lives. Let's do it. Shout Factory. Follow us up. King Kong Lives. Somebody. I'm not sure offhand what studio has it, but I'm asking. King Kong Lives. That's all we have left. That's all we have left. Complete it for us completionists. Right? Okay. Well, that'll do it for today. 4K BLUsday. Felt good doing one of these again. It's been a bit, and, you know, my guest being Stephanie Crawford, who's huge into Blu-rays and stuff, it felt right coming back right now. And she also loves Jackie Chan, so boom. She inspired to do this one. So thank her for me returning. I don't know if this will be back next week or not, but it depends on what comes in. But I had a nice load of stuff to show you guys. If you're a distributor or a studio and you would like one of your titles showcased on here, reviewed at Why So Blue, contact me at naptownnerd@gmail.com. You can try mail at thebrandonpetersshow.com. And of course, on social media, I'm at Brandon4KUHD. Hit me up. We'll talk. Bang. And thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. All you subscribers out there. Got a couple new ones. Hello. Check out my old videos and stuff. There's more from the Brandon Peters Show this week, of course. There's an old space show. There's a Right Said Fred music video on Friday. It's great. But until then, always remember to keep the positivity in your online film channel.
Thank you for listening. The Brandon Peters Show is a Creative Zombie Studios production. Produced by Brad Shoemaker and Brandon Peters. Written and edited by Brandon Peters. Announcer vocals by Jessica Alsman. Theme song by Metavari. Web design and show art by Brad Shoemaker with Brandon Peters. All music and clips featured in the episode are property of their respective studios, and no infringement is intended. Additional information on this and other episodes at BrandonPetersShow.com. For any inquiries, press opportunities, or sponsorship, contact mail at BrandonPetersShow.com. The show is available on Apple Music, Spotify, or anywhere podcasts are found.